He and his wife live in Bowling Green and have 3 sons. Ladies and gentlemen, Rand Paul.
Hypocrisy. No political party has a monopoly on it. In fact, if there is truly one bipartisan trait, I would say it's hypocrisy. You have Republicans who wear their family values on their shirt sleeves and then trot off to Argentina to see their mistress. You have Democrats who tell us to pay our fair share of taxes. And yet, lo and behold, when they're appointed to high office, they can't seem to pay their own taxes. Is it any wonder that Congress routinely gets a 20% approval rating? Is it any wonder that 50% of eligible voters don't register to vote? Of those who register to vote, only 50% vote. In the primary, it's less than that. It's 15%. If you add cynicism to hypocrisy, I think you capture the mind of the American voter. Why is the American voter cynical? The Republicans promised they'll balance the budget, and then they doubled the size of the debt when they were in charge. Democrats promised to help the working class. And yet, lo and behold, when the bank bailout passed, there were multi-million-dollar bonuses put in and left in the bank bailout bill because of Senator Dodd. Multi-million-dollar bonuses to executives of failed companies. Ridiculous. The bank bailout bill, opposed by 90% of Republicans, opposed probably by 70% of Republicans. This is it. 1,100 pages, and no one read the bill. The bills are written and finished at midnight and voted on by noon the next day. Why does this happen? It happens because you have career politicians on both sides of the aisle who want to get something done. And in the frenzy, they get something done, but no one knows what's in the bill. No one has read the bill. If I am elected to the U.S. Senate, I will introduce legislation that says you cannot consider any legislation that you have not read. Things would slow down quite significantly in Washington if they actually read what they were doing. With regard to career politicians, we have some great examples up here. And to pick on one, we would pick on the one I most recently debated, and that was Jack Conway. We had a little discussion about cap and trade. And Jack is the epitome of the career politician. He spoke for 20 minutes, and I still have no idea where he stands on cap and trade. It's been reported that he's for it, but I heard him speak, and that's not accurate. He's kind of against it a little bit, and he's kind of for it a little bit, but he's not quite certain. And he really wants to keep his powder dry. He wants to be part of the negotiated settlement. He doesn't know what he believes in. But you ask yourself the question, why does Congress have a 20% approval rating? Because we keep doing the same thing. We elect the same old people year after year. I say you need new leadership in Kentucky. I say you need an outsider. You need someone who will go up and vote on the issues, not because they're Republican, not because they're Democrat, because they're good ideas or bad ideas. I pledge, if I go to Washington, to vote against any budget that's not balanced, Republican or Democrat. That is an unusual pledge, and you will not get that from any other candidate. I also pledge on any appropriation bill to amend that bill to reduce it by whatever percentage it needs to be reduced by to balance the budget. If we're 20% over budget, I will vote to reduce and vote to...